that travels over 100 feet through the rock just to hit your head, so that's why I consider it good luck. And the cave kisses are what helps form all the formations that you see right behind you on the side wall there. So as you continue throughout the cave, you want to take a look for stalactites, which are tight to the ceiling. And does anybody know what a stalactite drips down to form the very bottom? Stalagmites. Very good. So stalagmite, you might trip over it. Now sometimes a stalactite and stalagmite will come together to form one column or pillar. And the fourth formation you want to look for is called flowstone, and it's formed by faster moving water. So you'll see it all along the side walls here. But the main reason why we stopped here is because this entire time I've been talking and you've been checking out the rocks. You folks have been a lot braver than you thought you were. You've been standing next to our largest pile of fallen rocks. Woo! Now these rocks were our last rock fall, and they fell when the passing glacier was coming through, which is a mile-thick chunk of ice, and all that pressure caused the rocks to fall. But Hakuna Matata, there's no glacier above us, so no worries about the rocks falling. And if you're on lesser house tours, you get to go over top of the rocks. But unfortunately, nowadays the tours come to the point where your shoes probably won't even touch a single drop of mud. Which is probably a good thing as I look around. There's a lot of flip-flops and white shoes. So, anybody have any questions up to this point? No. We're going to want to stick right up along the right-hand side as we let this other group pass us by.
To the right, to the right.
Enjoy your tour, everybody.
That entire pile of rocks fell. Oh my god, there's no light. Oh?
Look down there. Yeah.
I don't want to look down there.
It's a help telephone.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's like I got no signal down here.
Where's their outlets? I guess if they have to do any work.
I mean, if you had to do any work.
That's cool.
Yeah. I do not have a flashlight.
Look at that thing. Look up. I go around and turn.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah, don't touch.
That's awesome.
So the room that involved made your way into right now is called Titan's Temple. It's going to be the largest room that you're going to go to in the entire caverns. It's 55 feet from ceiling all the way down to the stream bed. We do have a taller room in the cave, and that's after the winding way, and you have to do some belly crawling before you get to it, so that's why we won't be going to it, but it's over 100 feet tall, and that's called the Great Road of Tundra. But this room is Titan's Temple, and like I said, it's 55 feet from the ceiling to the stream bed, and when you take a look over the side can railing, which if you can't see in the back there's plenty of room for you in the front, and the formation right in front of you is called a stalagmite, but hopefully you notice there's something a little bit wrong with that stalagmite. What's missing?
Something on top of it?
There we go. When you look up, there's no stalactite above it. So you just need a stalactite at the ceiling to form a stalagmite at the bottom. And I'm glad 1 out of 27 noticed that. Bravo. That's a pretty big deal. And those stalactite and was found broken next to the Rocky Mountains, that big pile of fallen rocks back there. And then when they rediscovered it, they thought it'd be a lot easier to view at this angle, so they manually moved it over. It's 11 feet tall and 4 feet in diameter. And in Howe Caverns, it's 52 degrees. So most geologists estimate it at taking roughly around 100 years for just 1 cubic inch of calcite to form this cave. So that's about the same size of your thumb, takes around 100 years. And they estimate it at 250,000 years old right there. And that's our largest stalagmite that we have in the cave. And as you continue walking throughout the cave, along the right-hand side, you'll see some holes. Those are called grottos. And grottos is where the water used to try to exit out of the cave. So you can keep your eyes open for those. Folks have any questions up to this point?
They moved that from over there to over here?
Yeah, they moved it over. And they can't fit a crane in the cave, so they had to manually move it over. It's pretty crazy. Definitely, people had a lot more ambition, I feel like, back then, because when you look at these pathways, underneath you is a bunch of stacked rocks. There's no mortar in between them, but it's still a lot of work to do that. They took the rocks from the stream bed, and they finished these stone pathways in 1929. It took them 3 years to do the pathways throughout the whole cave. And then the hand railings that you're seeing here, those are from 1929. And the brickwork was done in 1970, but before that it was all gravel. And every time it would flood, they'd have to put more gravel down. And with all the continuous flooding, the caverns was getting smaller and smaller. And even right now, the river Styx is bringing in more sediments than it's carrying out. So it's possible that within like a couple million years, like many years from now, that the cave could just completely clog up with sediments, which is very common, like in a lot of